So how do we make some money tomorrow? Thunder Nuggets, Cam. 6-point spread is what I'm seeing right now, and it was 5.5 a little bit earlier today. So money coming, just moving the line ever so slightly in favor of the Thunder here. I'm actually seeing 6.5 now out at BetMGM.
I see it as well.
So money coming in on the Thunder. I want to say that that's the right side, but I'm not totally confident on them covering with how good the Nuggets have been. I mean, outside of that game too, especially, I mean, even in the series against the Clippers, like, the Nuggets have been really good this postseason.
Yes, they have. Yes, they really have. Defensively, too, that's been the impressive thing with Denver this postseason, is them being able to really attack star players. And we saw it with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Game 2, and just him Game 3, with him just not being the normal, typical guy that you're looking at saying, that's the MVP. He only had 18 points.
He was not as aggressive as you needed him to be in that game.
Shot selection was tough. He was forced into those shots as well, so you have to always give the defense credit when the shot selection is bad. But Denver has been a team that can really put those bigger bodies on you and try and slow you down, and that's been the case with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So when it comes to the spreads, I was mentioning this in hour one. I try and typically stay away from the spreads, especially for this playoffs, just because it's been so weird. But for the Thunder to try and cover 6.5 on the road,
it's too much.
Too much. Just go with Denver covering 6.5 as the favorites on the spread.
All right, Denver. Kenny seems to think that SGA is going to go for 50.
50?
I saw him laughing off the court. I'm sure you guys saw that.
Yeah.
They cut to him after the game last night, and he's smiling, laughing off the court. I just think the guy's got a certain mentality. He's the MVP of the league. He's shown this year, who he really is. But now it's time to prove it, and I think the team needs him. He shot so poorly, one of his worst shooting games all season long. I think he shows up big. Maybe not 50, but I think he goes over his point total. Maybe you could take some alts there. I saw 45 plus is plus 775. That's maybe going too crazy, but I think SGA bounces back and has a big game in Game 4.
Yeah, I don't doubt that SGA is going to be better than he was. Reporters asked him about smiling as he walked off the court after the game, and he said some of the Nuggets fans were chirping him, and he never wants to give anyone the satisfaction of letting them know that he's defeated in that moment or anything like that. So he's like, I'm just smiling, playing the game. Playing the mental game a little bit too with Thunder fans or Nuggets fans. So I certainly think we get a better performance. His regular points prop is 32.5, shaded slightly different, right? Like,
this is not the regular season.
No,
like, to have a point prop at 32.5 is I think of only Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Brunson. From what I've seen on BetMGM with these NBA playoffs, are the only two players who've had point props in the 30s. Like somewhere between 30.5 to 32.5, like you said with SGA.
Right.
Like
the only other player I would throw in there is Undie Man Donovan Mitchell.
Oh well, yes,
because he's had to do that. Maybe that number for Mitchell gets reduced a little bit with Mobley and Garland and those guys back.
Yeah.
But you're right. Outside of Brunson and SGA, having a point prop in the 30 in the playoffs, Anthony Edwards isn't there. Steph wasn't there.
Yeah, I take the over on that. I take the over on the 32.5.
I give Christian Braun a lot of credit. Christian Braun a lot of credit what he's done on SGA in this series, and dating back to last series, what he did on James Harden. He's been really good defensively for Denver. So, I mean, he's going to be on him most of the time tomorrow, but I still think SGA bounces back.
Kenny, I just saw it in the chat right now. I just saw it on the BetMGM app. If SGA goes off, and not even has to get 50, but 45 or more, plus 775.
Yeah. I don't think that's a terrible, sprinkle something on it.
Oh, man. I got to make life decisions right now.
Right?
I hope my wife is not listening.
Lisa, plug your ears.
This might be more than gas station. This might be more than gas station.
The thing about it is he always, you look at his game logs, he almost always has the shot volume to score 40 or 50 points. It's just a matter of how well he's shooting from the floor. And he's known to get to the line more than almost anyone else in the league. So I think it's not a bad bet, but he just has to shoot very well, get to the line at a really good rate. But,
and just some context for SGA throughout this playoff run so far. So you're looking at the 7 games that he's played. His highest point total has been 38, and that was a closeout game against the Memphis Grizzlies. So if you feel that he has another gear, which I believe he does, and Kenny believes that he does as well, 45 or more, plus 775.
Do a little shopping as well, because 45 or more elsewhere, I'm seeing a plus 850 out there, Cam.
Whoa.
And that right there is, I think, worth a little bit.
This is a very
decisions. Aaron Gordon, his 3-point shooting has been phenomenal.
Yes.
In this series, the last 3 games, shot 66% in 2 of them, 50% in the other. I mean, the volume isn't massive. He's going to shoot 5-6 threes a game, but he's knocking those down pretty good. I wonder if maybe you do a Aaron Gordon over his PRA, something like that, points, rebounds, assists, just knowing that you'll get a little extra volume if he continues to hit those threes. His rebounding has been there as well. And I think he has been just a huge key to this Nuggets success.
Yeah.
Especially when Jokic isn't playing at Jokic level, which is what, like a 30-point triple-double. Like,
Right.
he hasn't been having those types of games, certainly in there, but Aaron Gordon, I think he continues to play well. That number's sitting at 26.5. I might go over on that one.
Going over on that one? I like that. I'll throw in another Denver Nuggets player, and feels like we're not giving any love to the Thunder, but it's okay. We'll get there at some point. Jamal Murray, over 2.5 threes, plus 105. At home.
Yeah.
This is something that's interesting. For a guy that's shooting 41% from 3. He's only gone over this once in the 3 games so far, but if you go back to what he played and how he played, last night, it was the timeliness of the baskets that he was making that really kept Denver in a comfortable position. So I think tonight he has. I might have to go back on my word. I think I might have to take the over on the total. For the game.
For Thunder Nuggets.
For Thunder
you said
Nuggets.
the under on Warriors and Wolves. I don't know if you ever gave out a total for
True.
Thunder Nuggets. Because the pace last night, too, when they were playing, was it last night or 2 nights ago? Whenever game 3 was. It was quick.
Yeah.
I kept looking for opportunities to live bet the under, and it just, no.
They never presented
No.
Yeah.
And that's too scary, too, when those 2 teams are, running the way they are.
Right.
All right, under.
You have the 2 series, Celtics, Knicks, Warriors, Wolves with the slow pace, and then you've got the 2 series
Fast
tomorrow
pace.
with the faster paced teams.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Thunder are kind of like they'll play any style of basketball, honestly.
But they want to push a little bit more, I think, if they had their choice.
We've forgotten a very big element for tomorrow's games, especially for Denver, OKC. It's Mother's Day tomorrow.
That's
It's Mother's Day.
right.
You don't think that these guys are not going to try and pay respect to their mom?
Put
by
on a
calling
show
out?
for Mama.
Come on now. Like, they did. Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit more, but it feels like when I played.
Yeah.
It wasn't on Mother's Day. I never really truly played on Mother's Day.
Right.
But when my mom would be there, and she was there more times than not, I would try.
You want to put on a show for her?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. In a big game too.
Yeah.
Yes. Have to.
So
but
do
it's
we-
Mother's Day for these guys.
Do we go with the home team, knowing all the moms? It's a little bit easier for them to be in attendance if they live in that
I
city.
was gonna say, moms got flued out. Moms
Yeah.
got flued out. They're at the game. So I'm not about to embarrass my family and my mother by having her fly out and not play up to my capabilities. Everything that my mom sacrificed? No.
Yeah, no.
I'm not having that happen. So yes, we're taking the overs. We're taking the over on the total,
Yep.
but we're taking Denver to win.
Denver to
sure.
win.
Denver to win.
Denver to
You
win.
like OKC, Kate?
I'm not sure I can take Denver to win. I think I could take Denver to
Kenny,
cover.
you hear this?
I think I could take Denver to
I'm
cover.
conflicted too. I think the winner of tomorrow's game does win the series, though. That's what I think, and I'm not going to bet on it.
It's
But
Denver. Come on, Kate. Come on over to this side, Kate. Come on over. Come on over.
I could
Kate.
see this just being literally back and forth every other
yeah.
game until game 7. I don't know. I mean, if we are considering betting SGA to have 45 points tomorrow, it seems counterintuitive to then take the Nuggets to win, Cam.
Hey, overtime could exist. Overtime could exist,
Actually,
especially with it being
that
back
would be
and forth.
that would be the
So-
path for both of those bets. hitting.
SGA 45 and the Nuggets to win parlayed is 22-1.
I'm not. I can't do that.
Yeah, super non-correlated.
Yeah, I'm not doing that one. Cavs Pacers tomorrow. 5.5. Cleveland is laying on the road. Total in that one is 230.5. Donovan Mitchell just keeps posting 40-plus point games.
Yeah.
His points prop is 30.5 for
ridiculous.
tomorrow.
He is ridiculous.
So far, there is no one on the injury report for Cleveland in terms of those three big names of Garland, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter. So if that stays,
You know what that is, Kate.
everyone being quiet, a little gamesmanship. But don't they have to at least give them like a designation as to questionable?
Oh, yeah. They'll throw the questionable in. You might see
Okay.
that. You might see that pop up, but
But
also,
in terms of being ruled.
be quiet.
What do I do? No.
The ankle's hurt. It's worse than you believe. But he's
Whose
questionable
ankle?
right now.
Who's?
Evan Mobley.
Oh, Evan Mobley.
Evan
Okay.
Mobley. Darius Garland's big toe. It's killing
His
him.
toe.
It's killing him.
His toe.
But-
I know turf toe is actually like,
It's not. It's not.
people say it's so painful. Dude, it's your toe. It's your big toe. Come on.
Especially
we
for
doing?
The position that he plays as a point guard.
This is the playoffs.
Pace
You have
and-
Michael Porter Jr. His injury was supposed to be a 4 to 6 week recovery period,
Yeah.
and he said, "I'm playing. I'm not." And I know Darius Garland did that last game. Also got in insane foul trouble early on. What are you doing?
A couple of those fouls were just like, well, one of those.
The push
fouls.
off?
Yeah, the push off was you can't
do that.
defend that. But the foul that occurred on the baseline with T.J. McConnell, I thought it was all ball, but they gave him a foul.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm just like, that was the one foul where I'm like, yeah,
That's understandable.
that's
that one.
questionable.
But you got to be smarter. Like, you've already missed the first game because of an injury. Your teammates need you out there. If you're going to be back and even be 80, 70, 60% back, you at least got to just stay on the floor.
Yeah.
Give them the opportunity to use you.
And you get it. Aggression was there because how many games did he miss in a row? I believe 4.
Yeah,
The
a
last
lot.
4
And
going
that
back to the
stinks.
first round. So
Yeah.
the aggression was there. Just a little hyped up, like he hasn't played ball in a little while, competitively.
Right.
So I'm ready to get back out there. Just got his hands caught in the cookie jar and just
Got his
revert
toe
back to
caught in
some
the
old
cookie
ways.
jar.